And then I told her, I don't know what that is on your head, but... Oh, hello! I didn't see you there. Happy December! It's Vlogmas! Ha 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 ho ho! If you don't know what Vlogmas, it's when self-important vloggers like myself spend every day of December trying to come up with content. Yes! Exciting, isn't it? 25 days of idiots like me trying to keep you entertained. Coffee. But it's the second day of Vlogmas, OGGM. Not the first. You missed the first. Any idiot can do the first day of Vlogmas. It takes a true loser like me to start on the second day of Vlogmas. We're number two, we're number two, we're number two. Especially since today's topic is two. As in, who was number two in the role-playing game history? We all know that it is generally agreed upon that Dungeons & Dragons was the first commercially available role-playing game published around 1974 by Gygax and Company's TSR. It was a niche product. Gygax expected it to sell, a few copies. He probably never planned it on being as big as it was. Who knew? Who the fuck knew what it would grow into? Probably not him. But who was number two? Because that's where things get murky. Wow. It does say in the history that there were some zines and products and peripherals and some blatant copies. One of the earliest was Tunnels and Trolls in 1975. But Empire of the Petal Throne came out in 1974, the same year as Dungeons and Dragons. And there are some that say that Empire of the Petal Throne, aka M.A.R. Baker's Camille's work, Empire of the Petal Throne, was actually before Dungeons and Dragons. He had begun working on it as early as the 60s. So, was Empire of the Petal Throne the second, or Tunnels of the Trouble the second? And then, which was the first non-D&D role-playing game? Was it Metamorphosis Alpha in 1976? Or was there something before that? And what about superhero role-playing games? Who knows? But while it is generally agreed upon that our beloved hobby began, at least commercially, in 1974 with the release of Dungeons & Dragons, as to who number two was, it is either Tunnels and Trolls or Empire and the Petal Throne. Followed shortly after by Chivalry and Sorcery and Rune Quest. And while the first superhero game was Superhero 244 in 1977. There you go. So if you're ever wondering, well, I know who the first role-playing game was, but who was the second? Now you know. It was either Tunnels and Trolls or Empire of the Petal Throne. Giving you something almost resembling facts. That is my job, because I am the critical and critical role, the toxic gatekeeper, the man who makes gaming no fun and still, after 2 years, cannot get this camera to work straight. The OGGM with another OGGM adventure, starting Vlogmas Day 2. Tune in tomorrow when we will discuss the very first, or will it be second, adventure module ever made. And it's probably not what you think it was. Talk to you soon, losers.